What's up, you numpties? Jammo Rising here, and I just watched the newest 37-minute film by Wesley Wonka, that director you love because he makes you feel smart for noticing things, or hate because of his eccentric style and deadpan delivery. Whichever camp you fall into, this one ain't gonna change your mind. I can say that with 100% sincerity. First, let's talk style. Since we are talking Wes Anderson, it almost goes without saying that the technical construction here is marvelous. Each shot is meticulous in its blocking and framing, each edit thought out with almost mathematical precision, and the film is suffused with that distinctive dollhouse style that has become his trademark. Which is all to say, I enjoyed the film on a technical level. I feel like a bit of a broken record here. I always say this about his movies, and I just reviewed Asteroid City like last month, but there you go. The narrative of this little feature is pretty much a literal adaptation of a Roald Dahl story about the spiritual awakening of a degenerate rich boy, played by the great Eggs Benedict Thrumpledump, and it's stylized like a cinematic version of a stage production. The fourth wall is not in front of the actors, it's behind you, the audience, as if you've been caught in a whimsical pokeball and transported to some back alley of Anderson land, where movie and play are getting busy with the buggery and you're there for the peep show. If you saw Asteroid City, this is similar territory, but with the incessant motor-mouthed mania that is a hallmark of The French Dispatch, Anderson's film before Asteroid City. The characters in the play serve as narrators, saying their lines and narrating the scene at the same time, and nobody ever stops talking. This is probably my biggest complaint, although it is more bearable than in Frenchy Dabadoo thanks to the runtime. I'm sure this is a me thing, maybe to do with the old ADHD, but I have problems with constant streams of dialogue, especially the way Anderson does it, where everyone speaks in a wry deadpan at a consistent pace. It just makes my brain tune out. It's hard for me to pay attention to. Don't get me wrong, I don't mean the dialogue in his films in general, just this and The Weekly Baguette. However, once you get past that, if it's even an issue for you at all, this is a tasty little morsel of moviness to consume 30-odd minutes of your life. You could watch it on a plane, watch it on a train, watch it on a nice long struggle session on the toilet, or whatever floats your dirigible. It's got fun performances from Sir Ben Kingsley, Dev Patel, the inestimable Ralph Fiennes, and the aforementioned Sherlock Snagglepatch, and features a nice little Siddhartha story where a rich guy goes all Buddha and decides to help people. You hear that, Elon? You listening, Bezos? Rich people can use their money to help instead of just being massive cunts. Wow, what a concept. Now, here is where the plot thickens, dear viewer. I recorded the episode as it stands, a nice little review for a nice little picture, but then I saw that there were 3 more of these, running 17 minutes long each, also just released, so naturally I had to investigate for your sake and mine. The composition of these little crumpets is much the same as the longer entry, short stories by Roald Dahl in the style of a cinematic stage production, with Kingsley, Fiennes, Cumberbatch, and the rest filling a variety of roles. Thought I, surely this was a good way to release such a thing, as a full feature of this style might be a bit exhausting, but actually, I'm not so sure. As I tasted each of these little muffins constructed by Wesley, I actually grew more and more accustomed to the pace and style of the construction, and thus enjoyed the production in ascension with time spent. Therefore, I actually think this should have been a movie, in the style of Buster Scruggs by the Coen brothers. After all, if you put them all together, it is feature length. There are 2 reasons for this. Number 1, I think it would have gotten more attention than a series of short films, and 2, I think it actually would have played better, acclimatizing you to the style before you set about devouring the main course that is the wonderful story of Henry Sugar. And so, if you're interested in this, here is my recommendation on how to watch it like a movie, with consideration given to humor, pacing, and the distribution of actors. Number 1, Poison. Number 2, The Ratcatcher. Number 3, The Swan. Number 4, The Wonderful Banana of Benedict Wong. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you decide to do this and how your experience was, and I'll see you in the next one. We've got some schlock to wade through. Peace, love, and hand grenades. Bye-bye.